Hey guys, so the update has come out, and with it is this new mode called the Peak Arena mode, and it's really, really fun. So, first, the first question is like, is it worth it? You're spending, 300 gems plus 100 more if you lose, spending 400 gems per attempt. Is it worth it? The answer is absolutely yes. With a few basic tips, as long as you can get past like 4 to 5 wins, it's totally worth it. Like, would you spend 400 gems to get 3 gold keys plus an advanced token plus 300,000 gold? Yes. Would you spend that to even get 8 keys and all this other stuff? Absolutely yes. So as long as you have the basic idea down and can get past 5 to 6 wins, which shouldn't be too bad, um, absolutely well worth it. Um, so this account hasn't played it yet, so I'm not gonna play it. But what I've done is I've created a basically a tier list that to run through. So the way this works is you are given a choice of all level 100 heroes at 5 star. All heroes same level. Whether or not they're normally 3 star heroes or whether or not they go up to 10 star, it doesn't matter. Right now they're all even and you get to choose between them. So what I have is a list over here. And so these are the heroes that are the best ones that'll get you through this. So the goal is generally to have one tank. So here I would take Minotaur. Uh, oh, I got junk here, so I would have to like pick something random. One tank, and then you probably want 1 to 2, maybe 3 clerics, and then you want to fill the rest with a single type. You want to either go assassin heavy or you want to go mage heavy. The reason for that is this game or this mode comes with a new thing called this profession halo, which gives you stats based on the classes of your heroes. So you want to try and get at least 3 of a single class. Uh, Generally, you want that to be damage dealers, assassins, or mages. If it happens to be clerics, then so be it. So over here you can see I've got it ranked by S tier and A tier, and basically everyone else isn't worth using. The warriors, you only need one tank, which is Walnir or Minotaur. They really are the best. They will live a long time. Oh. Nameless King Monkey, King Valkyrie, they're all pretty rare, but they're quite strong. Oh my gosh, these are some terrible heroes that I've got going on here. I don't even have a good aura. Alright, so I'm just going to leave that. Clerics. So Skuld, clearly number one. Her revive is insane. Phoenix, same reason. His burning is huge for you. If you can put an energy artifact on him, he's going to do really good. Mega is well known for being a very strong early 5 to 6 star. That's no exception in this mode. You'll find that he carries you, like as your he can be your main damage dealer almost. Ultima is kind of surprising because I would have thought that since his skill doesn't increase skill damage and his fourth passive isn't even that great, but I lost to a team with 5 Ultimas. So Dro is just strong healing, and so is Vivienne. Now, the reason that Shudmel is only in A tier is because at 5 stars, her healing is not very impressive. Her heal is only 2 people for 4 rounds versus Dro, which is like 4 people, or I think it's the whole team. Vivienne's the whole team. So basically, everyone below S tier they're good. If you have no one better, you can use them, but you would rather have better. Mages, Bale. Now, Bale is the new hero that just came out. It turns out he's very good in this mode, but maybe outside of this mode, 10 star, he's not super amazing. We're going to have to play with more with that. But in this mode, he's very strong. Very strong. And so is Scarlet. Now, Scarlet isn't what you think she would be in this mode. Normally, you look at her as a sacrificial tank to get poison off and do everything. But since at 5 stars, her skill only actually hits 4 people and doesn't even add poison, um, She's there as a strong damage dealer. If you have 3 Scarlets, you're going to go crazy on damage. But don't use her the same way that you regularly would, which is put her in front. Don't put her in front. Let her stay in the back. X-Death, now, X-Death is one of those that he's fun to think about, but he's not... The fun thing about him is because his burning lasts until they die, he actually does okay as a sacrificial tank. So just to make sure that, you know, every time someone hits him, they get burned, and then every time he gets his skill off, he burns. So it's okay to put him in front. Everyone else there is just decently strong. Aurel is good silence. Freya is meh. Tesla has okay stun. Detlef acts like an assassin. All the clerics basically are the same thing. They're just there. You can use them. They don't all have healing. Pay attention to that. Hester doesn't heal. Corvon Messenger doesn't heal. But the rest of them have a little bit and, you know, well worth using. Oh, I forgot Foreign. Foreign's actually not bad in this one. Assassins. Lindbergh is amazing. Because of his 100% stun and because his damage is quite high, you will find Lindbergh to be very amazing. However, he's also extremely rare. I never saw a single one. Zexanoth turns out to be pretty good in this mode. He can be a tank because of his passive where he drains energy for being attacked. If you can keep him alive in front with a bunch of clerics, he will do pretty well. Or you know, just have 6 assassins tearing things apart. You can actually make a 6 assassin team, and that's okay too. Dizioana, Ripper, Aiden, they're all quite strong because their skills hit like anywhere from 1 to 4 people and 1 to 3 people. I think Dizioana hits 3. Yeah, 3. But Dizioana is pretty high damage and he stuns mages, so you can use him as a nice situational counter to things. In my tier list, I rank in order of usefulness, so I put Dizioana over Ripper and Aiden because he hits more people and he has a little bit more utility with the stun. And then the rest of them, Bloodtooth, Samurai, Amy, Werewolf, they're okay. They're assassins, they do good damage. If you can't find anything better, like you're stuck with a bunch of terrible people like Pumpkin Soldier or Crow Archer or something like that, then yeah, you can go ahead and take those. Wanderers. Mars is amazing. He does a lot of damage. And he revives. Chesia is also amazing. Now, I have her in 2nd place, but if she has an artifact, an energy artifact, she would go up to 1st place by far. She would be totally broken. I never got a Chesia when I was trying this mode, but you know, if you get one and you get an energy artifact, and they're not that uncommon, she's totally crazy. And so is Medusa, because Medusa actually still hits all 6 people with her skill, which is something that is not that common at the 5-star level, it seems. So if she hits all 6, plus she adds bleed, poison, chance to petrify, everything. Centaur and Mulan, they're okay. They do damage. Mulan is like an okay early tank, but nothing too special. So those are the recommended heroes. Try to get a team with these 6 from this list, and you'll do pretty good. With this list, basically, as long as you can use it to make an aura, you're guaranteed to get to like 6 or 7 wins. No problem. Anything past that is going to end up being luck. Unfortunately, a lot of it is what the enemy team has because you have no control. So general tips, or the general lineup is up here, is, you know, try to use 1 tank if you can. I've seen teams with 2 to 3 tanks. I think you lose a lot of damage that way. It doesn't really work out against a team with like dedicated damage dealers. Because of the auras, try to focus yourself into a team with like 3 or more of something, but also try. This part is hard. It's hard to make an aura. It's hard to make a faction aura on top of a, a class aura. But if you can get both, huge bonus. It means so much more in this mode because like every little bit counts. Remember that clerics don't have guild tech speed, so the cleric profession one gives speed. So if you have that, it can help you counter assassins, which tend to be very quick in this mode. All assassins have very high speed, and almost all the clerics are very slow in a nice turnabout. Now, you'll also get to choose stats. Oh, you can see at 2, 4, 6, and 8 victories, you get to choose stats. I have a list of priority. The number one priority is going to be defense. Defense is almost like a straight damage reduction. It's unknown exactly how much, but let it, just to be sure, the damage reduction that you get out of a defense point is better than a damage reduction point. So go with those two. The keys to winning in this mode, really defense and healing. Defense and healing is the way to go. If you can throw in damage on top of that, then you're really set, but defense and healing. So after that, I kind of have a few speed, defense break, HP, control resist, but really once you get out of damage reduction, the rest of them are not as critical. You can just kind of take whatever. I like taking speed because you'll see like a lot of people have speed in the 600s like this, but then do I have one? You'll see that the assassins all have much higher speed, so they're hard to deal with if you don't have more speed to counter them, which also is what Ultima is very good at because he gives 18 speed to your backline, and energy works on him too. And if you have an assassin heavy team, you don't need to worry too heavily about getting speed and defense break for obvious reasons. So overall, that's kind of what I've got for this mode. Let me switch over so you can see what I did on my other account. I played this on stream, and I was running through like tier lists and like what I thought the tier list would be, and this was my ultimate reward. So the first couple of times I was just figuring it out. I got to 7. You'll see that I got basically ever since that I started doing pretty well. I only cleared all 10 twice. You know, it's just bad luck. Sometimes you run into a crazy team. I ran into a team that had 4 Ultimas, a Vivienne, and a Golden Pastor, and I just couldn't get past their healing. So, like I said, healing is really the way to go. So I did try all 10 times. Absolutely is worth it, especially if you can get... Oh, you can see what team you won with. These were my winning teams. You can see here Minotaur, 2 Scarlets, and I went Cleric heavy on the other side. I managed to make an aura out of it as well. And on this one, the same thing. 1 tank, 3 assassins. Medusa turned out to just be so good that I couldn't give her up. And then Phoenix is also a carry. I believe he had Star Shards as well in this one. Some of my losing ones. This one I just couldn't get anything really going. Amy was just not good enough to carry me to the end, even though I had the 2 Megas, and I got stuck with this X-Death. Oh, whoops, that was that one. And here I went for a full undead one. This one I was just kind of trying to mess around and see what worked and what didn't. Anyway, so you can see that like trying to make the aura and trying to keep a profession halo, these will get you pretty far. I think you'll find that all of mine have at least something going on here. Wow, I had 5 assassins this time. So as long as you can focus yourself onto getting one of these auras, preferably both, you're going to do a lot better. And like I said, if you can win at least 5 to 6 matches, you're going to come up way positive in gems. So definitely worth playing this. I know that it's bad timing to put this alongside Secret Treasure, but I think that the rewards out of Peaks are much more worth it than Secret Treasure. So my recommendation is buy this 5,000 package and spend all the rest on Peaks. Everything else is like it would be nice to have if you can afford it, but if you can't, don't even worry about it. And by the way, as a parting note, the buying priority for Secret Treasure, should you have the gems, is 5,000 is first, and then by 2,000, 1,500, and then the 3,000. This one is the lowest value in terms of like resources, gems per resource, and then Verthandi just don't even buy. It's not worth it. She's not worth that much. So overall, I would say this is a really good addition. I really like the way it works. I hope you guys have fun with it. I hope my tips help you, and I hope that everybody manages to score well. Good luck. See you next time.